How do you tenderize steak? Are you tired of tough, chewy steak ruining your dinner? Tenderizing steak can transform your meal into a delicious experience. Let's break down how you can achieve that perfect tenderness right at home. Tenderizing steak involves changing the meat's texture to make it more enjoyable. There are three main methods to consider: physical, chemical, and thermal techniques. Each method has its own benefits and can be used depending on the type of steak you have. First, let's talk about physical techniques. One popular method is pounding. You can use a meat mallet to gently break down tough fibers. This works well for thinner cuts like flank steak. Another option is puncturing the meat with a fork. This creates tiny holes that help marinades soak in better, making the steak more flavorful and tender. Scoring is another technique where you make shallow cuts across the surface. This helps flavors penetrate and can reduce toughness. Next, we have chemical techniques. These methods use ingredients to break down proteins in the meat. One effective option is using acidic marinades. Ingredients like vinegar or lemon juice can help tenderize the steak. The acid works to break down proteins, making the meat softer and more flavorful. You can marinate your steak for at least 30 minutes, but for tougher cuts, a few hours can make a big difference. Salt brining is another chemical method. Simply cover the steak with salt for about 15 to 20 minutes. This helps break down proteins and keeps the meat juicy. After brining, make sure to rinse off the salt and pat the steak dry before cooking. Baking soda is another option, though it is less common. It can help tenderize tougher cuts by breaking down proteins, but be cautious with the amount you use. Lastly, thermal techniques involve cooking methods that naturally tenderize the meat. Low and slow cooking is a great way to go. Cooking at a low temperature for a long time allows collagen to break down into gelatin, making tougher cuts like brisket or round steak tender and flavorful. Braising is another method where you cook the meat submerged in liquid. This helps break down connective tissues while infusing flavors. When tenderizing steak, choose the right method based on the cut you have. For tougher cuts, scoring and using an acidic marinade can be very effective. For more delicate cuts, pounding or puncturing may be enough. Remember, the goal is to make your steak tender and enjoyable. With these techniques, you can confidently prepare a steak that will impress your family and friends. Happy cooking!